The sun rises over a quiet prairie, golden and endless, the kind of place where nothing bad is supposed to happen. For millions of viewers, this world felt safe, familiar, like home. But behind the smiles, the bonnets, and the simple lessons about family and faith, something far more complicated was unfolding. One by one, beloved faces began to disappear. And the question lingered in living rooms across America. Why did they really leave? At first, it felt harmless. A character moves away. Another fades into the background. The show goes on. But when you look closer, when you follow the trail of absences, a pattern starts to form. And it's not about ratings or simple contract disputes. It's about pressure, power, and the quiet cost of growing up in front of the world. Take Karen Grassel, the woman who brought Caroline Ingalls to life. The heart of the family. The steady presence when everything else fell apart. What viewers didn't see was the tension simmering just off camera. As the show grew, so did the imbalance. Stories later revealed that her role, once central, slowly shrank. Less dialogue, less focus. And behind the scenes, battles for respect and fair pay. Imagine carrying a show's emotional weight, then being asked to step back and smile anyway. How long can someone do that before they choose themselves? Then there was Melissa Sue Anderson, Mary Ingalls. The quiet strength, the heartbreak, the girl who lost her sight and gained the audience's sympathy forever. Her performances were raw, restrained, unforgettable. But fame came fast, and with it, expectations she never asked for. As storylines grew darker, more intense, she felt trapped in a box she didn't build. When she finally left, it wasn't dramatic. It was quiet, almost polite. But was it really a choice or an escape? And what about the children? The Prairie was supposed to be wholesome, but growing up under studio lights has a way of speeding things up. Allison Armitage, who played Nellie Olson's nemesis, saw her role end abruptly. No long goodbye. No satisfying arc. Just gone. Others followed similar paths. Some wanted normal teenage lives. Some felt burned out before they were old enough to understand what burnout even meant. How do you explain to a child that their innocence has an expiration date? Even fan favorites weren't immune. Michael Landon was the face of the show, the moral compass, the man audiences trusted. But with that power came control. Stories from the set paint a picture of long hours, creative clashes, and an environment where speaking up wasn't always safe. Some actors thrived under it. Others slowly withered. When someone left, the official explanation was always simple. New opportunities. Creative differences. But what do those phrases hide? Consider the moment when viewers noticed a character missing, and no one explained why. No funeral. No farewell. Just silence. That silence is telling. It suggests discomfort. Unresolved conflict. Things better left unsaid. And that makes you wonder, how many stories were rewritten, not for the audience, but to protect the image of the show itself? There's a scene many former cast members describe. The cameras stop rolling, the prairie goes dark, and the laughter fades. In that space, reality creeps in. Contracts are renegotiated. Schedules become relentless. Childhood friends drift apart. The simple life the show preached becomes impossible to live. Isn't it ironic that a series about slowing down demanded so much speed from the people making it? Some actors left to save their careers. Others left to save their sanity. A few stayed longer than they should have, afraid that leaving meant disappearing forever. And for some, that fear came true. Hollywood moved on. Audiences forgot. And the Prairie became a chapter they couldn't fully escape. So when you rewatch those final episodes, when a familiar face is missing and the story barely acknowledges it, ask yourself what really happened. Was it a creative decision? Or a quiet protest? Was it ambition pulling them away, or survival pushing them out? Little House on the Prairie taught generations about resilience, family, and doing what's right. But the real lesson might be this. Even in the most beautiful places, not everyone feels safe enough to stay. And sometimes, walking away from the Prairie is the bravest thing an actor can do. What would you have done? Standing in their shoes, with the world watching and nowhere to hide.